Hello, everybody. Sorry we took a little while to get live there. Welcome to the RuneScape weekly live stream. It's another casual week here, where we're going to be just chilling and going and chasing some golden party hat shards. We hope you've had fun out there. It's been a time for us here on the team. If you didn't know, last week we were going to have an art stream, which all the things of which got shown, many videos and stuff like that got shown in our local channels here recently at the studio, which was really cool. But in terms of getting a stream together and doing it live and doing all that cool stuff, we're still figuring some stuff out on there. So sorry we've had to kind of just throw that one up in the air. We'll hopefully get it soon. There's another wrench that's kind of been thrown into the mix, actually, as to why we haven't been able to do that on top of the bugs and issues we've had. Is if you haven't heard already, Modiro has sadly kind of moved on from Jagex. So, you know, our Lord and Savior Modiro, who I could listen to talk to for like 50 years about anything art related and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I would take my hat off in respect, but you'd see my shiny head again twitch.
Yeah. I've got that going on for you tonight, actually, on this side.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Oh, it's not near as bad, but.
So unfortunately, Modiro. So those two things together just mean that we're gonna have to figure some stuff out. But we wish Modiro all the best. Modiro is a true gentleman, and I think for such a talking from as a fan, just the way he romanticized the RuneScape art style and what it meant, and a lot of his things that obviously he's been responsible for and stuff will live on. It's very much not a case of his direction. A lot of his work is kind of gone with him, but we wish him all the best to where he's going next. I think he's got a really cool little adventure ahead of him, and yeah, be missed. But the art team still loads of cool stuff going on, and we'll have all that. But you're not here for that today. I mean, maybe you are, but today we are obviously doing the Golden Party Hat Hunt, which launched on Monday, which has been pretty cool to see. Now, I know some of you out there already are rocking your Golden Party hats and showing off already, selling them for some crazy money, as I've seen as well. There's some of you out there still on your journey. We certainly are, and so I'm hands-free today because I've got a bit of a headache and stuff, and I just want to focus on chatting to all of you. But Mod Spear here is going to be chasing a couple shots. You're going after combat and bossing, right?
Yeah, combat and marks of war. I figure I might as well do my Reapers dailies and just co-opt everything together. I've done something like 40 or 50 clue scrolls so far. Haven't seen that shard. I got the pet though, so you know, swings and roundabouts. But yeah, I've had no clue on that one. I've done.
Do you want to explain the swings and roundabouts to people who are not from the UK? Because whenever I say that to anyone who's not from the UK, they're like, "What planet are you from?"
That's a good question. I actually don't know where it comes from. It's just, you know, stuff just goes around in a circle forever. I don't know. I guess that's what it is. If I had to put money on it, that'd be where I'd go. But I actually don't know what the origin is. Just something I've said so many times at this point, I've forgotten.
So yeah, I mean, I'm really interested to see you. So you're doing your Reaper dailies to try and chase your shards, right?
Yeah.
I think to be honest, I think my plan is I'm going to start doing some AFK skilling. Saw some of you out there actually. Something I want to talk about. Some of you out there were talking about you've been doing your skilling. Everyone has a shard that's like It's basically a meme at this point where it's like I'm certain this shard doesn't exist. We do have bad luck mitigation. We have been gathering reports and reaching out to certain people where we've seen you've kind of been doing it for a long amount of hours, let's say like 14, and still haven't seen a shard. We do have bad luck mitigation. I will say that, like, the idea of going above 10 hours is definitely kind of way beyond what I think we expected to see. So we are keeping an eye on those reports, and if anything needs to change, I can't say anything today if we have any plans because I don't know, but we've been passing that to the team, and I know the team are keeping a close eye on all those reports just to make sure that there isn't anything crazy going on, or certain things that we expect to work didn't work, or the bad luck mitigation is really not doing it. Cuddly Spark, do dummies should give a shard? I got an answer on that today because I wanted to make sure to talk about it on stream. No, they do not. So dummies do not give you a shard. So most things work, but dummies do not work, just to be clear. Yeah, it took me 8 million XP in thieving to get the thieving agility shard. Yeah, and that's one of the things is like there's so many different ways to train and do things in RuneScape that we're just having to keep an eye on everything and just see how the systems are working, basically. So I have got provisional approval to kind of give an indication on how many golden party hats are in the game right now, by the way, Sphere.
Oh, nice. So that's I'm always one for stats, but like
proteins do work as well.
Oh yeah, proteins definitely work. I've seen quite a few people getting them from those, but oh god.
Yeah, so here you go. So hey, Badman said it took them 10 hours overall for the golden pie hat. So does the clue shard chance increase with more clues completed? Yeah, so the mitigation does kick in after a certain amount of time and what you've done. So there are a lot of behind the scenes systems that are, so the more you're doing, the more you're definitely getting the chance to find it. It's something that does build up. It's, you know, it's designed in a way where we didn't want this to be something you didn't go and earn. Like, this is meant to be a celebration of all the different aspects of RuneScape, and you kind of feel like some sense of accomplishment, or at least like kind of like a feeling of you went and earned it, because we didn't want this to just be something where everyone logs on, gets it, and goes, sweet, I've got that. I didn't do anything to earn it, and a million, you know, people have it instantly, right? You either go and get it, and you go and earn it, and you were there, and you said, yes, I went and did the event and got it, or you weren't, and we just want to make sure there's a distinction for that. So,
question from me on that one: does the tier of clue scroll affect the chances? Because all I've got left is easies and elites, and
I seem to recall. I will double check now. We'll have a developer hotline going. I'm sorry, I've signed up one of the mods to do this without them knowing, so we'll see. But I'll double check that. I believe so. Let me just double check, because that was a question I remember asking. I literally got cooking pet before the shard. I mean, congrats on the pet though. That's pretty cool.
I mean, yeah, it seems good to me. Oh, come on, that didn't hit me. I've honestly not done this boss in so long. I thought this was going to be easy.
On the dish, you said you quit RuneScape today. Why did you quit out of interest? Not calling you out, by the way. That's the as a community manager, we always want to know, and for the team's sake, and to pass that kind of information on, we always want to know why people are playing or not playing. So it's just really interesting. Yeah. Nocturne, any chance of new rewards being added to the Premier Club tokens? We're still waiting on the Ballsmith outfit. Yeah, we've. So our live team are aware of the Ballsmith outfit, the T outfits, all that sort of stuff, and they're on the book, so to speak. So I don't have like a date to share, but the team are looking at it. Also, on the subject of it's not with Premier Club tokens, obviously those would be outside of Premier Club tokens. The next Yak track, which will be announcing tomorrow evening. The next Yak track not only has a golden shard up for grabs for your golden party hat, but we'll also be releasing a bunch of the Yak to Basics cosmetics into the Oddman store as well. Silverhawks do not work. No. Any updates on the player model rework? I wish I did. It's in the same position, so it's not gone. It's not happening. Sorry, I'm so concentrated on chat, Spear. I haven't been watching your
struggling to actually talk and do this anyway, because like I said, I've done this in so long that I'm actually making an absolute hash of it. But yeah, no, it's all fun.
No, play avatar. It's not happening. It's thorough. No, it is. We just don't have any updates to share since that moment where we discovered basically we have a scale of issue that's going to cost a lot of investment that we hadn't scoped out this year. It's one of those things where it just needs to basically be re-scoped, knowing those new problems that we identified that we talked about before. We have talked about the idea of maybe doing beta servers and some sort of testing program. We involve the community. It's been a kind of project that we've loved building with all of you. Your feedback, by the way, has influenced so much of that project. It's insane. We just don't have that answer right now. The rest of 2020 was very much kind of booked out. We knew what we were going to go make for the rest of the year. So kind of fitting it in once we found out it was a much bigger project than had been scoped for, as you call it in production, just meant that it's just not something that happened this year. But 2021 beyond, still very much potentially on the table. We just, you know, once we have that firmed up and we can tell you more about it, whether it's happening next year or if it's going to take longer or whatever, we'll definitely let you know. But yeah. By the way, I've been told the answer to the clue scroll difficulty question having an impact. To confirm, yes, it does. But that's as much as I'm going to go into it. So it does.
Great.
And yeah, Jurassic, we always one of the things we're trying to do is be more transparent with all of you, and we want to be honest when things are an unknown, right? That we all love that project to bits. I know the art team slaved over it, put so much love into it. Same with a lot of the projects they're working up right now. But because of the new issues, and 2021's very much been figured out. We kind of have a lot of, I would say, like the early kind of part of 2021, or I would say early, probably a fair bit of 2022, sorry, is figured out. But there's still space and a lot of things being decided, and that's why we can't confirm that stuff today. And when I say the kind of stuff that is confirmed for 2022, it's the stuff we kind of talked to you about already, right? So the Elder God Wars is going to kind of come to its culmination, the big moment. And I was in some sprint reviews today, which if you don't know, a sprint review is like Spear. Did you see? Oh no, have you seen the sprint review videos from today? Is that of interest?
I haven't seen sprint review videos. I've seen some very cool stuff that has been being made though, which I'm not going to talk about, but it's very cool.
Yeah, so there's some really cool stuff that I can't wait for us to be able to talk about, but it just won't be today. Very cool stuff. Please Free Fire, man. I mean, to be fair, the reactions to that on Old School RuneScape has been amazing as well. It's very, very cool.
Ooh.
So,
wasn't paying attention.
Don't be too transparent or we won't see you. Someone needs to like do that ghost fade out meme on me now.
Hey, I got a shard! It actually happened, and on stream!
Hey! Shard on stream! Woo!
Forget. Which was it? Was it bosses or
was
it
one?
Combat?
Okay, Combat. Good.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Oh dear. Oh, I've lost track of my Reapers.
Someone asked if the inventory icon is supposed to be orange. It is. So, I actually kind of, obviously, like as players, we kind of saw that internally, and we were like, "Why is it orange?" It was done because it was very much to distinguish it very clearly in every place it lives, right? Like we didn't want to do anything that took away from the yellow party hat. The yellow party hat is sacred. It's OG. It's like so important that there is no level of this looks similar, right? They should be two distinct things. We didn't want in any way to hurt the yellow party hat and the perception of that. We want them to live alongside each other. So the orange is very much there because if you go to like minimum quality, you'll see it basically looks orange because you don't have any metallic reflection effects. There's no catching of the light or anything like that. And so the orange is a way to distinguish it from the yellow party hat, and the UI icon uses that orange party hat for that. So I hope that that helps. Should have made it black. You know what? It would have been what you all expected, and now I still get to roll around as a black party hat as a Jmod and troll. So
yeah. Ooh,
congratulations, Sweezy. Very congratulations. I will ask if it's possible. Anyway, what's beer? How did you spend your DXP, by the way? We never got to do a skill check.
Yeah. You'll notice a shiny new gold icon with a skull on it over here. Very happy with that.
Oh yeah.
I got up to something like 110 dungeoneering, and then since the daily challenge changes, I've been doing 3 extended dungeoneering challenges a day, throwing everything I can into like dungeoneering XP. So I'm up to 114 now, and it's the last thing I need at 120, and I'm getting there. It's gonna happen. Probably not till next year, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I think I need to focus on it. I had a flu all through DXP Live. Like, I lived the XP waste life. I mean, yes, my time wasn't running, but like I was so sick I couldn't even have RuneScape open. Like it was like staring at screens was basically impossible. And then when I was better, I think the last 2 days I was better. It was actually a birthday weekend, and I was in London and doing things. I probably should have. I probably should have escaped to my phone and probably like done some sort of skilling on my phone, but I missed the whole DXP Live. I have so many proteas because I was going to get my 99 hunting. When I say hunting, hunter, I was going to get 99 hunter.
Same difference.
Yeah, I know, but it's not hunting. It's hunter. Can't like no. But I was getting 99 hunter, and I had so many traps ready, and yeah, I got nothing. So.
If I could give you my spare proteans, I would. I have so many. I'm probably going to end up using them to get shards at this rate. I have something like 30k spare because I did all those skills, quite early on. And then you just sort of you get them and you just sit on them forever.
Yeah.
One day, and if we ever release another skill, it has to be something we can protean, right? So I have a use for these things. That seems fair, yeah.
Yeah. I am really excited on the. I am really excited to get into our events next month, though. I think it's gonna be a fun kind of end to everything. I need to go chase my golden party hat pieces actually, and put the time in at the moment. So I'm pretty excited. We need a new support skill. A new support skill would be cool. To be honest, like, archaeology rocks my world so much as a gathering skill that I'm like, I can't even imagine what we'd cook up these days if it was a new support skill, you know?
Don't ask me, I'm not a dev, I haven't got a clue.
Yeah, bird watching is what production just told us.
Sure.
Bird watching confirmed. Yeah.
Ties in with hunter somehow. Watch bird, then catch
I do love
bird,
this idea
watch
from
bird in cage.
I do love this idea from Wizard of Cheese, by the way. Make the excess shards go towards a mini gold party hat for pets.
Oh, I think this is the one for Richie. Yeah, I saw this on the Reddit. It actually does really suit him.
Yeah.
And you'd have to buy the 30 million one, so it actually kind of fits thematically as well.
That's true, actually. You do, yeah. Yeah.
Let's see what's me next.
Sat asks, can you guys AFK your personal accounts while working for Jagex?
Oh, hell yes. How do you think I got all these 120s? But no, like, obviously not getting in the way of working. You just leave archaeology running on the side. I think the entire of like the RS3 dev team was doing that when it first came out. Archaeology was such a great AFK-able skill because you could just sit and gather, and then you do the complicated bit over lunch where you recrafted everything. And yeah, exactly. But yeah, we absolutely do.
Yeah, I was still working.
I was getting my 120 archaeology. We were doing the stream and I cut back to the wrong game. That was because I was doing
oh yeah.
I got me 120. It was worth it. What was I coming with?
Yeah, I think I remember I was AFKing archaeology at my last job as well. So I knew I was joining Jagex already. I fell in love with archaeology and I was like doing stuff at on Gears whilst also I had my personal laptop running archaeology. I got like 99 in a month doing that, and that was fun. And I came here and then I trained at 120. I find it a lot harder to do here though because basically just it's hard. Even AFKing, I find it hard to not actually just get distracted by it. So I will be honest to say I do it a lot less often now, because I found that sometimes I get kind of sucked in by, especially if it's like you're following the wisp around or something in archaeology. Like I'm just too like, no, I must not waste. To kind of just ignore it, so I don't do it as much anymore, unfortunately. But
well, speaking of waste, I've just rolled this down to 25% Reaper's marks. I don't care about the Reaper's marks. I want something that's going to give a lot of marks of war, so I can get the shards. So chat, I'm open to suggestions. I think the Arc Source being the popular one.
Fracture.
I'm not doing Zuck. I've not done Zuck in off stream. Yeah, I'm definitely not trying it on stream when I can't focus. I've not done Raksha yet either. I just need to go back and do that at some point.
Zuck is honestly kicking my ass. Like he really is. Like I'm learning to get on manual now and off Revo because I'm finding that not being on manual is killing me for Zuck. This is the point where I'm learning.
Chat are giving me
lots of
voices on here.
Croesus for multiple shards.
That's a solid point actually, but I've not done Croesus yet. It's Croesus, isn't it? Not Croesus. Croesus? I'm sure we were told it's pronounced Croesus. I don't know. I want something that's easy as well.
I'm uninformed. I'm going to go Renegade. Someone's got a counter somewhere that I'm like a sin counter.
Legitimately, when we were working with the creative team to do all the artwork and do all the videos and stuff like that, because we're not in the dev team, we don't hear the words spoken so often. I think Zekhar is the first front where we all agreed on the pronunciation. Every other front, I think we all had it different ways the entire way through. Glacier, Croesus. Oh yeah, the Christians front.
Jamie said exactly what I was about to just say, which is this going to be a Weezwax moment where it's like,
oh yeah,
like I'm gonna be on stream hearing a new pronunciation and not hold it together.
We talked to Stu about that afterwards. Apparently, Weezwax is correct because of what it's based off of. But
oh man, honestly, I don't think. I literally was like, I was doing like cat litter. I'll give you. This is a weird thing to say, but I was like cleaning the cat litter and I burst out laughing just thinking about it. Like it was one of those things where I had to hold in so much because it was such a. I remember like just seeing Mod Osborne kind of having the same moment as me, which is like we know. I knew for a fact that when Stu said it, he was saying it the right way because Stu is
it's Stu.
Stu doesn't put a foot wrong, right? Yeah. And I was like, Mod Stu is definitely right. But like, I would just be doing random things around the house the rest of the day and just cry laugh, just thinking about that stream. You were all so amazing. It was the best chat ever. and probably my favorite community management moment like ever. It's one of the many reasons I love working on RuneScape and being part of this community, because it was so nice. Yeah, I was trying not to break so bad. I look back at it and I was like, my glass is fogged from it, and oh god, it's crazy.
Yeah, I've cheaped out. I'm just doing Vindictor. I actually do want more lances anyway, because I want to at some point.
Vindy Fight's just so fun though, isn't it? It's like it's not mindless, but it's that point of you can just enjoy
like any fight.
You don't have to.
Yeah, a lot of fights can be like AFK minus, or you can try and then go as hard as you like, and that's kind of what I enjoy about this. And like I've seen loads of guides how to like solo Grego and stuff like that on like AFK builds. It's like, yeah, I could. I quite like killing him quickly. It's just fun.
Yeah. By the way, I got an answer for the team. There was a question asked earlier. Can you get a shard from non-combat magic activities such as enchanting jewelry? Yes, you can, and also teleporting as well. So those do count as well for chasing your shards. So combat dummies do not work. No, dummies do not work. Dummies are ineligible for chasing shards. 35-second Vindy kills. What is your record at the moment, Spear?
Let's find out. Hang on, let me get into the fight before I lose all my adrenaline. I'll check between this one and the next one.
I'll double check the Silver Hall works. I seem to remember being told earlier they apologies, our community manager works a lot on the kind of bringing all the communication disks. I'm on other things at the moment, Jesus. So I'm a little bit less into the tiny details. So apologies that some of these answers I'm having to double check, but I believe Silverhawks do not work.
Yeah, although if you're looking for a way to AFK that one, people have been using the empty throne room stuff, the XP room for the auto cycles. I think the XP rate's not great on them, but I think you're hitting quite a few triggers, so it's still a reasonable chance you're going to get it that way.
Routines work. Yet, those by the way, Jonathan Allen, those definitely work. Sorry, what was your record? What is it?
Like 67 seconds. It's not good, strictly speaking, in the slightest. But I haven't really come back to Vindy.
I think that's a lot better than mine. I need to check mine, but I think it's over a minute, or it's like 58 seconds or something.
Well, that's better. I just said 68 seconds. Under a minute is definitely better than mine.
I'm sure you're smack. I just assumed it was worse, to be honest.
Yeah. No record in this game has hurt me more than my Anachronia agility course, where my record is the exact time you need for the achievement, but because it's not under the achievement, it's not good enough.
So, sorry, I just saw a question. I mentioned it earlier, how many golden party hats are in the game. I'm not going to give the exact number, because we might talk about that at some point, I guess, when we're done. I don't know. But I will say that a ton of players, and I mean a ton, I've got a dashboard to my right, you probably all killed to see, have actually started chasing their shards. So people have actually, excluding the Premier Club ones, because obviously you could log in and just get given that. A lot of RuneScape players have begun their journey. In terms of how many have been completed, though, I will say it's in the thousands right now. Most people are on, I will say, there's 4 or 5. Looks like a lot of players are on like 4 or 5 shards. Quite a lot on 8 as well. So I guess you're either kind of in that middle ground or that. But it's in the thousands right now. So yeah, it's going to obviously grow exponentially, like over time. Especially, it's a 6-week event. We're like day 3, day 2 technically. So yeah, it's definitely going to grow. But it's what we've kind of loved actually is the amount of players that have come to play and go get this party hat. And one of the things that I think means a lot to us the most is that this is meant to be like a celebration moment, right? Like if you've played RuneScape, how you haven't touched it for 5 years and you hear there's a party hat in game, what we hope is that you're like, oh my god, even if I just come back for a little bit and just kind of reconnect with it, I would love to come back and just have a party hat, right? And to do that. And we've seen loads of players actually coming back who haven't been playing for a while actually, and have come back and have come to chase the golden party hat. And hopefully those players will like discover the amazing Elder God Wars dungeon, archaeology. Maybe they haven't touched that, maybe they have, maybe they haven't played since then. But it's just great to see so many players coming back to check out the Golden Pike Hat hunt, and that's what we wanted. Is we wanted to feel like this like celebration moment and kind of this big kind of moment where everyone just really enjoys kind of chasing something they've always dreamed of having. It's never going to be as cool as the original 6, right? Like, and we never want it to feel that way. But hey, if RuneScape's around in 10 years, 20 years, it's going to be cool in its own way. It's going to be just as special, not as hyper special as the originals. But does Jagex hire US people? Being a data analyst working with game data would be a blast. We do. There are a few exceptions where we have people working out of the US, but that's usually kind of an interim measure rather than long term. New world of remote working. Jagex is going to, we've been kind of lucky to kind of have people from all over and everything, all over the UK. If you don't mind relocating, absolutely. But if you want to stay in the US, it's a little bit more difficult for a variety of reasons, but it's not impossible. And hey, when you do get relocated, usually you get some support with that as well, because you are moving halfway across the world. So yeah. Blink 3 times if you're not allowed to address questions about RS leagues. There's nothing to talk about, but I'd love an RS3 league, to be honest. Like, from a personal player perspective, I would love that. I love watching the RS leagues a bit. So. Oh no! What happened? Oh no!
I really wasn't paying attention. I was playing the wrong thing. I wasn't soul splitting.
Ooh.
It's alright. My death cost is still surprisingly low.
Yeah, I thought chat might give you.
That's alright.
I've
got a shard. I don't care.
99 fishing Milver Idol. Nice, Groff. Actually, what was I going to say? I was going to say something about. Speaking of seeing you die there. In case you missed our stream. Death costs are going to be something we're talking about pretty soon. We're almost in December, right? We said we're going to talk about it in December. Mod our other community manager, she is doing an amazing job working with Mod Timbo on kind of the first stage of us starting that conversation with you. And next month you're going to see some cool initial tests with some things that we're going to try out. So really excited to have that conversation with all of you. It's going to be super cool to get out there and talk about this, and instead of going, hey, we're talking about it internally, actually talk about it with you properly. But yeah, it's coming. We're almost at that point now. So, and there's other things coming in December as well. I will say something I didn't talk about on that stream actually that might be good context for all of you. And I know Modspear, you know this too well. Is death costs big? It's a big deal. It's a big topic. It's a big thing. The thing is that our December event, our kind of main December headline is kind of the dev cost. So if you think every month we've had a piece of content, whatever, we've put that kind of development into doing something around dev cost to do that test stuff. So we've had to kind of put some development resources into that, and that will be kind of the main thing. There'll be other things going on, but just so you know, that will be kind of the headline of next month. But the cool thing is that January, the Jewel Arena stuff's going to happen too, and that is new content. It's a how do I say this? It's a reimagining of that space. It's not just we're deleting it out of the game and it just suddenly is just dunes or something. So.
This was the cool thing I saw earlier this week.
There will be a Christmas event as well. Sorry, yes, there will be a Christmas event. There will be advent calendar, all that sort of stuff. But if you think about we've always had some kind of headline thing, that will be next month's headline thing. Just to be really clear. Thanks for the segue, by the way, Modspear. That's what you did that for, right?
Absolutely intended, absolutely planned. We definitely scripted this whole thing, including me being really bad at the Twin Furies, just because I'm rusty as all hell. I basically haven't PVM'd since probably about a month before DXP at this point, because I was working on the skills I need to grind. So I've got my 120 Slayer. You might have seen as I came back in here, I equipped a weapon, my bar reset to a completely different bar, because that's what it was set for while I was grinding Slayer, because that was my Revo bar. I need to go and fix that.
Viren at RS asks, will we get a full 2022 ahead? Honestly, it's not an answer that I can give today, and by that I don't mean I'm being kind of secretive. It's just more we don't know. We've got the new EP. and part of what the EP will do will kind of work with all the teams to with the vision and everything, and then talk about how we want to talk to the community. You may, you know, I think we definitely don't want to go backwards. There's definitely nowhere we want to go backwards. I think, like, talking from a community perspective, there's been a lot of things. We've had the team change a lot over the last year. We've been kind of keeping things going as they were, and we kind of focused on getting more information out in better ways, I guess is the best way to put it, rather than like, and that's kind of been our main focus. And I think now that we've kind of got that down, I hopefully feel that our information flow is more consistent, that we've got that detail, all that sort of stuff. What we want to do next year, I think, is look to do more of that old school Jagex stuff that, like, is why I joined, to be honest, which is, and this is not a commitment of this being the way we do it, but give you more of that feeling of behind the scenes videos. Maybe it is behind the scenes videos, but do more to bring you in and get you closer to the devs, and you know, just make you just kind of take the walls down, I guess, between, you know, what you're saying online and everything else, and that's what we're hoping to do next year. So, but we'll see how things go.
Yeah, we may need to reformulate the old behind the scenes videos. It used to be around the office, which, you know, is still a little bit barren at the minute of people. There's more of us back, but still the vast majority of people are from home.
By the way, Rahman is demanding you lock your action bar, you sick man.
I'll tell you what, I'll lock it when you make it so that the abilities still come up when it's locked, because it annoys me that they don't, and I need to be able to see them because I'm just not good enough to remember what they all do all the time. There you go, fair trade, I'll lock them. I'd like that as a feature, please.
Sorry I'm answering so many questions, by the way, Spear. You're doing a great job, like, showing the shard hunt in action, and I'm just sitting here, like, doing that. But yeah, just lots of questions. Any info on revealing God Wars Dungeon 3 drop race? Yeah, we'll drop them in December. So I'm not saying we're gonna do, like, it's hard to say we've got a game plan beyond this drop rates, but I think all of us want to make sure we're very consistent in getting our drop rates out. We at least want to leave it a month, and December is where we've decided for all the God Wars Dungeons 3, sorry, the Elder God Wars Dungeon stuff. We're just going to drop all that information. So what we're going to do is, you'll probably see the way we're going to do it is we're going to kind of have like a big post that's going to be like a TLDR at the top, which will be for people who just want to see kind of the drop rates behind kind of the headline items, like the things you're really going bossing for, right? Like, for example, staff pieces, all that sort of stuff from the Elder God Wars Dungeon. So you can quickly kind of...
Yeah, up to you.
So yeah, so you can get that, and then underneath that we'll probably have an expandable section for people who do want every single bit of detail, and we're going to just give you the whole drop table for each of them. So, and we're even looking at doing the tables for, I think even include the chances for the Croesus nodes as well. On that topic as well, or the troves as well, and on that topic as well, we know Rex Matriarchs is one that we never release. We're looking at how we get that out there as well. I don't know if it'll be in the same post or if we'll just do some cool image that we put somewhere else, but we are going to get that out there probably as well. We're looking into that one. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't putting out the Elder God Wars drop rates kind of earlier than we normally would, because we generally do have that sort of like 6-month window before we give away the goodies, but... You know, it's Christmas.
Did say December? Which year? That's a good question with us, but it's December this year. I was actually going to make a joke on social about like #soon and Jagex, but I felt like it hit too close to the bone for us.
So. It's all right, just because we're celebrating.
Not really, not anymore. Not anymore. But trust me, by the way, that's like #soon is anywhere that is smart enough not to say dates before you have a date, because when you do that, it, you know. We've seen in the past with us, and every game dev has done that. That is not a Jagex specific thing, trust me. So, sorry, many asking about shards. Sorry, I should. I'm trying to balance Spear, other questions, and shards. So, oh, Vindy runs.
Yeah.
Any chance of the Cheer Hunter outfit being released? I don't have an answer for that, but I can ask. having it. You're being backseat gamered by
I
Ramen,
know.
by the way.
I know. He told me to put my chat messages on filtered, so they're gone now.
How many original party hats in the game? That's not a stat I have to hand, and I'm not sure that's one we would release either. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, does it count as in the game if it's on an account that's not been active in a while? Because presumably there's still some that people haven't played for a bit.
That's the question that Golden Scythe generated, isn't it? It's like, how many active Golden Scythes are there? Is it? Like, you can tell I wasn't around for the Golden Scythe because I said it.
I don't know what that is, mate. To be honest with you, I'm completely drawing a blank on that one.
Oh, the Golden Scythe. Yeah, it's legendary. Yeah, there's an oof in the chat. Does Priff fishing give the gathering a shard? I can ask.
I assume so. I don't see why that one typically would work differently.
It should be fine. Should be fine. By the way, the developer behind the Golden Party Hat event is checking Arc now. Someone asked about that. Yeah, it does actually, according to chat. So there you go. We need to get them to check that. There's so many different potential things that may or may not work as well. Like, we have to double check things when people ask. So awesome. Also, welcome first time in the chat. Bat of Pain. Thanks for letting people know that you got one from fishing. Pre-RS, I watch Will Missett's channel all the time. I love RuneScape history. I love it's one of the things where, like, for those of you who don't know, I've been playing since 2003. I've gone through periods of playing it like no other game and just RuneScape. It's been a side game for me. It's been a game I log in for 5 minutes one night, go, oh my god, I love this game, and then don't know really what I should start on again and bounce away. And obviously, I think since 2018 I've been a regular player non-stop again. And there's periods of the history that I've missed. So I love kind of going back and discovering things about moments I missed in its history or I forgot about as well. So yeah, I'm an avid viewer of that channel.
If we were good at marketing, this is the bit we'd go. We've just put out this 20-year book as well. But you seem to have forgot that. So.
We also have an amazing documentary, which helps as well.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
I love that documentary, actually. I think my favourite bit, as you all know, when I had basically a fanboy moment on stream when Zima joined us before, but when Zizima was kind of like, they did the whole like hidden identity thing on the documentary. I thought that was great.
Banksy style, yeah.
Apparently, I'm meant to tell Pretty RS to clean their bank.
I'm sure you need to tell most of chat to clean their bank. Let's be real.
The one time chat saw my bank, I'm surprised I didn't have an angry mob demand my resignation.
This is why
chat
this
was
button
not
exists,
impressed.
so we can hide
chat
that.
was not impressed. Chat was not impressed. Is your bank a mess, Spear?
It's not bad at the minute. The first tab is always just a dumping stuff I need to sort or sell later, so there's a couple of rows of stuff in there, but generally speaking, it's pretty clean at the minute. But it's mainly because I finished all the skills that I wanted to do, and I've just sort of sold off everything I was stockpiling that I don't need anymore. It's great. I liquidated all of the random spare materials I have. I just buy them back if I need them. So much cleaner. I've only got about 800 things in my bank.
Oh, actually, one thing I've seen some chat talking about, lots of people in chat have their banks in order. I expect no less. If you're in this chat, I expect you are the RuneScape player that we all should strive to be. Because if there's anything I've learned about chat is like, you have the best banks in the history of RuneScape players. I think all the people who love their banks and care about their organization are in this chat, from my experience. Oh, White Horror just got their 7th shard. Nice.
Oh, jammy.
Even one tab in order is a big achievement, Sarah. It's a big achievement.
Who am I for Marks of War? Am I out? Am I done already?
Oh, Mod Ramen just trolled you?
No, he's just stalking me.
Oh, you may have seen as well. You may have seen this on the old school side, because Isaiah tweeted it. But I always mess up the enunciation of this. Is Ayaza, isn't it?
Aiza?
Aiza.
It's like Giza, because I think the clan is Aiza's Geezers.
But we are looking at making Golden Gnomes happen at the moment, which is pretty exciting. I know, Modsphere, you're working
all over
loads on that as well. So we're working with Aiza on that as well. And there's some cool ideas, actually. I'm really excited for us to kind of do more on that and show you what we're looking at. So. Yeah, JVM streams in general, streams have been a little bit difficult at the moment because now the community team on the RuneScape side, if you don't know, obviously Mokaria and Modniku recently kind of left the team. We've been running very small, and the difficulty is that there's so much going on that fitting in streams is difficult. And then when an issue comes up, it's very difficult for us to fix it quickly. In some cases, we can't at all, like the art stream. Which means our streams have been all over the place for a few months now. In general, this half year, I think we could have done better in general, but definitely over the past few months. So we're hoping we can kind of stabilize that and do more of that stuff, because I know, Spear, we love JVMs, right?
Yeah, it's only slightly stressful trying to play in front of, you know, however many thousand people it normally is.
Honestly, it's a thrill. Yeah. Like I love.
When it works out, it's great. It's just playing with higher stakes, isn't it? Because when it goes wrong,
yeah,
it's
our
like,
stream with RS guy was so good.
Fail and die fighting Twin Furies. Oh dear. What am I still doing?
Does the bad luck perk only stack for sitting doing the same thing non-stop until the shard drop, or can I do with an hour of agility bikes then move to feeding? I saw some questions on that. Let me get confirmation on it. My understanding is that it doesn't, if you did the same activity, it doesn't ever reset for an activity. I just need to confirm if it's per kind of grouping, or if it's per you know, like per skill. So for example, if you switch from agility to another one in that category, does it actually stay with, like, does the bad luck mitigation stick with that? So I'll find out for you. I've just asked the developer behind it. Just to confirm, Arc does work. It is a viable method, is to go to the Arc, etc., and do Arc stuff.
There you go, chat. Reasonably clean. Like, stuff's in the right tabs. It's just the tabs aren't tidy. The potion one really needs to clear out at the minute, but
this is actually pretty good.
It's not awful. It's the tab we don't talk about on the end that's just unfinished projects, literally. I'll get around
you know,
to
like how OSRS does, like, bot bashing? I feel like we should do rate that bank.
Yeah, bank cleaning screens. Like, instead of,
we should literally do, like, bank screening screens. Yeah, because, like, we've got, like, Biotree, that's horrendous. You know, like, actually, that might actually be a good show. Maybe we should look at doing that. We've got some cool kind of, like, end-of-year streams we're looking at. That we'd love to do, which we're pretty excited to do. But I actually think we should do, like, a rate that bank. We could even do it, you know, like 60-minute makeover. For those out in the UK, you might not know it, but basically like fast makeover shows. Maybe we have like a bank expert that can come in and like sort people's banks out, and we can actually do that. I'd love for people to do that to mine.
It's not 60-minute makeover. It's instead of homes under the hammer, it's banks under the ban hammer. So if you can't clean it up,
banks under the ban hammer. All right, I'm gonna put this in the list. We'll do it. We'll definitely do this. We'll do that as one of our December streams. We have some cool things coming in December. So Spear came up with a fantastic idea for a show that I don't want to say here in case we can't make it happen.
Yeah,
if we get to do it,
if we can't do it before December, we'll do it one day, but we'll get there.
Just to confirm, there is so each shard in each group has its own bad luck mitigation, and it doesn't reset if you go to another activity. So as long as it's related to the same shard, and it never resets, so it only stacks up. So you can jump around from skill to skill within a category for a shard and stuff, and you'll still get the bad luck mitigation throughout. So Mod I for the bank guy, I love it.
Oh,
I love that so much.
Do we have a Mod I? Really, there's got to be someone who goes by that name, surely, at work.
Yeah, that'd be great. And it has to be someone who's good at organising banks. So.
Kind of funny if it wasn't, though.
How does the bad luck mitigation work in regards to Clue Scroll? So the difficulty of Clue Scroll you complete has an effect. Obviously, with any bad luck mitigation, it's just going to increase the chance you get a shard when you complete a clue. That's all. And for those who don't know, it's not when you open the casket; it's when you complete the clue as well.
Yeah, if it was when you open the casket, there would be someone who was saving up several hundred caskets for an opening stream or something who'd just be like, "Oh, sweet, got this."
I feel like I need to do that. I really do. I feel like I should do that for one of our streams.
I don't have the patience for that. I like opening things immediately. I need to be rewarded instantly for my efforts.
When will the Heroic Leap be released from Karapak Yak Track? I don't know. I'll ping our live team now on that quickly, and just ask if we have any plans for do Gilded Altars work for Combat Shard? Honestly, can we give it like I'm sending this to the team, and the team are doing an amazing job just getting all this minutiate answers that.
I've seen someone's done it with the cleansing stones and Prif. Someone's posting on Reddit earlier saying they've done that. So if you want an AFK way of doing it, maybe that's the way to look, because the XP from that's pretty good as well. So it must be a reasonable rate.
Oh, you're doing your gathering shard now, Spear?
Yeah, I ran out of marks before I could get that hour, so I figured I might as well move on.
This is. By the way, big shout Mod Campfire. Big shout out to Mod Campfire for all the answers. You know, have been amazing and quick, and he helped us very much on stream get you some of these answers. So we should have brought Campfire on, really.
Yeah, probably. Right, this room is my second home at the moment because as well.
Oh no, no porters in Grace of the Elves. You can't do this. No porter life isn't possible.
No, Spear. I don't have porters. I have 5,000 flipping notepaper to use up, which I don't use anywhere else.
Oh, very rarely when bossing. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I am I miss doing archaeology, to be honest. I might just go chase a bunch of staff pieces. Yeah, I might go chase staff pieces just to do that. Yeah, Mod Campfire is literally like verifying these things in person right now, which is hilarious. So you don't have a Barrow's Died Seren Spirit, do you? What Spear?
What? Seren Spirit?
Yeah, it's like, wait, yeah, no, wait, Seren Spirit. That's the thing that pops out. Was it like grey or something?
Sometimes they do turn up at different colours when you're in the archaeology locations.
I got confused and I was like, hang on, the Seren Spirit. That's what pops up when you got Grace of the Elves on. So.
Yeah, I think it depends on the lighting. I
remember I called it Grace of the Eldars on my first stream. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah,
I had a goatee and I was like, oh, Grace of the Eldars, and then oh crap.
Yeah, but no, I think they do change colour slightly depending what area you're in, depending on I think it's the skybox and the lighting. If you play with like a certain skybox turned on, you probably never noticed this, but because they're I think it's because they're shiny and reflective, they pick up the atmosphere quite nicely, which is quite cool in certain areas actually. When you're doing Infernal Source, they come out, they're quite red. It kind of suits the environment you're in. In Everlight, they're always quite blue. I mean, if it was intentional, fair play. If it wasn't, awesome.
So, person, sorry, I forgot your RSN who asked, or your Twitch name, sorry, who asked about the Heroic Leap from Karapak Yak Track. I've been asked to tell you we'll look into it, but the live team have logged it as a don't. You know, it's very much look into it, but it's something we'll look at as potentially to join the Ultimate Store, potentially. So they're aware of it. It may happen. I'm over 1,000 kill count at Karapak. Still no fracture drop. You know what? Like my hat goes off to you. I've had some. I feel like I used every bit of boss drop luck up, getting a 0 KC Grim. Like I've just peaked now. No drop.
I mean, you literally can't beat that unless you somehow get like a 0 kill next AOD Bracewell Codex or something.
That's true.
Is that even more?
It
that
may
might
happen.
Be more valuable.
So, honestly, Karapak is probably out of all the Elder God Wars dungeon bosses, Karapak for me personally is definitely my favorite, just because it's got an infinite replayability. So you know how like some bosses, and I was talking about this with Virago, are just fun. Like they're just so replayable. And don't bear in mind that the other caveat I'll give to this is that it's really fun because for me at my level and where I am in my PVM journey, it's the right balance of like difficult, but not like I can consistently beat them with a decent amount of effort. Right? I have to pay a lot more attention than some of the best PVMers out there, and all of you have like your best gear and your T92s and your T95s and stuff like that. but it's just something I can constantly hit and get kills on and just have fun. And if I mess up, I will die, but it's enough to kind of keep me on my toes. So I do really enjoy that. I would love to say I love Zuck, but I'm terrible at the DPS checks and stuff. So
yeah, I've not really given him a proper go yet. Like I say, I've not PVM'd in a while. I need to get back into the swing of it, but I just want to get dungeoneering out of the way first. I'm so close.
Jack, by the way, Jack Sponge has just disowned me for picking. It's all right. Mod Ramen will save me. I say that Ramen will take the first opportunity to roast me in chat, so he's gonna. That's not gonna. Saying that is probably just setting up the bed to get to that. Croesus is fun with clan friends. I totally agree. Croesus is it's surprising how addictive that is as well.
And a tome in the same tick. That's awesome.
Nice.
I literally, someone on the stream, I tweeted earlier when the clock shared the wrong time out for the stream, but anyway, I was reading going, no, my luck, we won't find any of the shards. I cannot believe we've actually found 2. That's awesome.
So wait, so you have a total of 5 or 6 now?
5 now.
Honestly, it was funny when I was talking about the stream. I was like, you probably won't find one the whole stream, and then now it looks like we're like, thanks whoever did that in the back end and sneakily injected it into your inventory.
If only. 6 minutes. What do you reckon I can do in 6 minutes? Might just go run like random dungeoneering floors. That's the point. The mitigation, does that apply if you're doing different skills within the same cluster? That's a curious one because I do 6 floors of dungeoneering a day. Oh, cool. So I could go and do agility or something and maybe get it. Let's go do some agility then. See if we can get that one. Thieving maybe. Just go.
By the way, just for to be honest about it as well, with the mod luck and everything, just to be really clear, there is no we never do anything on these streams to like juice our luck, especially because obviously we're running personal accounts as well, and we never like it's a hard and fast rule that you cannot do anything. I mean, we can't anyway on personal accounts, but we very much can't do that stuff. So when you join us for like JVMs and that sort of stuff, we're playing just like you. We've got all the same things that you have. Maybe we have all the cosmetics, but Jack Sponge sus.
Yep.
Yeah, wink wink. Honestly, I could if I could have scripted that 0KC Grim, I would have. That is the ultimate like everyone wants a clip moment.
I don't think any of us would have thought to write it. I don't think any of us would have thought, oh, maybe if I die during the fight but still get loot, that like none of us would have gone, yeah, that's a great story, let's do that until it actually happened. We're like, oh. I still have it.
Woody Clark said, can we get a stream on stats? Yeah, we want to put a data stream together. Our data team has been really busy this year. They've been doing so much for so many people. Obviously, they support a lot of things across all of Jagex. It's something we want to do. We just need to work with them to figure out when we can do it. It's both a lot of effort from the community side and our kind of our data team side. We do want to do a data stream. It will happen at some point. Not quite now, to be honest. Don't expect it, before the end of the year. We were looking to maybe do one in December as a nice little send-off thing, but I don't think it'll be possible. I think you guys should have a little better luck. No, but this was actually something that other studios I've had as well. That's always a big debate. Is it's actually better to play like a player, right? Because if everything is exactly the same, you experience the highs, the lows, the frustrations, the awesome things. Like if you're a player and you're an authentic player and you care about the game, you want to experience it like a player. You don't want to experience it like anyone else. And obviously there's a question of fairness in there anyway, because obviously we're a game with its own economy and its own, its players affect players. But yeah, like we want to experience it just like you do. So, is there a chance for new items to the Premier Club tokens? Yes, there's some items, the promotional items that have yet to be put in there into the Premier Club token store. Live team are aware, they're looking into it. We'll probably be making that happen. I just can't give you a timeline on when.
How are people finding the new daily challenges for your work, by the way? Because personally, I'm loving it.
Yeah, I personally really like having 3 different dailies, but
I'm doing 3 of the same, all extended.
Oh yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
Yeah. I'm doing 6 dungeoneering challenges a day basically, and it's working really nicely for like just running those small floors because you've got to grind through the first 30 of them anyway on small to do it efficiently, but working through those just in the mornings is great. And yeah, the Death Touch as a reward track thing is actually awesome. I got my Calfight Defender off of that.
Always do your days, yeah. Oh, that's something I should probably mention as well, actually. Yak Track, saw people asking about it, so don't forget you can get a shard from that. It will be level 15 of the, or task 15 of the free track, so you won't have to spend a penny. Just so you know, we'll be showing that off in its kind of first stage tomorrow, and then that'll be coming out on Monday. So, you know, if you are relying on that shard, let's say you don't want to do bossing or something because it's just not what you're looking for and you're not a Premier Club member and stuff, that'll be a great way to get that. And as like you've seen with the recent Yak tracks, it will kind of have the similar format where kind of your earlier tasks is a lot of skill and chills as well. So still skill and kill art, sorry. So if you are someone who is new to Yak Track, or maybe you're tracing all your other shards next week, it should hopefully kind of synergize quite well. You should hopefully be progressing that whilst doing all your other things that you want to do, which will be pretty cool. I will say, from a cosmetic standpoint, personally, this is probably my favorite. The theme is really, really cool. It just speaks to me. I think fashionscapers are going to be all over this, but we'll see what you think. I'm interested to see what you think. Will 2021 Premier Club work? It should give you it as... I'll have to double check with the team on that because there's a lot of nuances with Premier Club. We identified some people's Summer Premier Club wasn't giving them benefits when it still should, which I believe we've now fixed. But yeah, we'll like, let me ask that question. Unfortunately, I don't want to confirm something for sure. It should do in the sense of it's usually as long as your Premier Club membership is active, it will activate it. But there may be some nuance there, so I'll just have to double check, I'm afraid. Fashionscape is the only thing that matters. That's another thing, actually. I need some Fashionscape training because my Fashionscape game is not strong. I think my Jmod look is cool because my Jmod look, I've kind of got the kind of floating skeleton, kind of Reaperish look with the mod cape, and I've got kind of like everything's glowing, and I try to make my actual Jmod account look very unique and kind of almost like kind of not an adventurer, but my adventurer I kind of want to look real. Like whenever I'm playing, I care about my adventurer looking like my adventurer. So. What do you like, chat? By the way, are you like? I'd love to hit. Sorry, I was just say.
Yeah.
Before you say what yours are, chat. What's your Fashionscape look? Is it like how many of you are like down to earth kind of real adventurer versus like super out there happy walk? You know, like insane kind of colors and floaty bits and glowy bits and that sort of stuff. Like, let's hear what your looks are. Basic. I'm a frosty, style.
Yeah. My Jmod is literally like the basic skin I spawned in with because my Jmod account exists to turn invisible and be a camera, so it doesn't ever need to be seen. It's the only reason I have the account, so I can film stuff in game when we're doing events, and I can like leave it set up as a camera somewhere and stop it from logging out. Yeah, and this one is kind of, I like low fantasy looks more than sort of like the high, like, you know, I am giant skeleton man monstrosity stuff, but at the same time my cape is on fire, which tends to take away from the realism a little bit, but it's all in coloured tune at least for that. So I've got a big blue flaming sword that goes with it now, and it actually looks great, so that's good.
Nice.
That was from the last Yak Track, actually, wasn't it? The big crystal.
Yes, it sounds like more people. I mean, you can't actually call them blue party hat trim comp cape. I mean, like that to me is like dream.
That's a flex.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, it is. So, Premier still not working yet. I'll talk to the team again as well. I know we're working on that. So, apologies about that. Yeah, like it's been. I honestly, I do really like the Premier Club armor this year actually as well. That's very much my. I think I'm rocking that with some of the Jas armor pieces from the last Yak track as well at the moment. It's a bit of a combo.
If you ignore the smell of burning hair, I quite like my outfit.
I like yours because it's like you've got the important thing down that I always struggle with, which is like you see it and you're like, that's spear, you know, like you're identifiable and whereas I've never really found that like look. Oh, gold and party hat goes well with the Jas Neophyte outfit. Cool.
Ooh. Support. wonder if I can get away with the golden hat.
I can ask about Cabbage Face Punch as well. Party hats when. I will say someone asked earlier if the golden party hat is going to be discontinued after the event and stuff. So I will say this, because like it's bad to talk indefinites when you're talking about a game that's lived for 20 years. You don't know. I know there's a post back in 2008 saying we'll basically never do tradable rares again, and then we did tradable rares after that, right? You just don't know when a game lives this long what you're going to do. But I will say this about the golden party hat: it's designed and intended to be something that you build in this event, and then you never get the chance to build it again. Does that mean it will never come back in, say, 20 years' time? I don't know. Like, I just literally don't know. But there's no intention to bring that back. There's no, like, this is meant to be I was there and I got this thing and I either decided to keep it, and later on, in 10 years' time, I'm going to trade it when it's probably worth a ton, or I'm going to keep it forever to be like, I was there and now I've got this kind of my own flex 10 years later or whatever. It is meant to symbolize that. So, just know that. No, we are not re-releasing the original pie hats.
Oh God! Oh, can you
just
imagine?
To confirm. Yeah. Let's see my character. You can see it next time we're on stream. Actually, next time we do a stream where we're playing, we'll do it.
Tweet it, bud. Just tweet it.
To be honest, I think next Wednesday, provided it all works for everyone's schedules, I think we'll probably just add in a second stream in, and we'll just do Mod Eye for the bank guy, and or what it's going to be called, and we'll just get it done, and I will let the community destroy my bank and judge my bank, but mainly destroy it.
I mean, it's gonna be fun going through and seeing what stuff you have in there that you just don't need as well. There's gonna be so much stuff, like you've already maxed that skill, get rid of all the random stuff. You've already done that quest, you don't hang on to that anymore. That can be found again here.
Do you know what I think I had? Do you know what I think I had in there that I didn't realise had value? Mm-hmm. I think I had a Disc of Returning. Like, not the cosmetic override from the login lockout.
You mean the one?
I think I had a Disc of Returning. Mm-hmm. No, isn't there? Sorry, am I getting mixed up? There was Disc of. Is it Disc of Returning? There was one you could trade. I might be right, right?
No.
There's one from the quest.
There's something
I had
similar
one from Classic, yeah. But you could have that from Classic, right? And it was worth quite a lot of the OG one. Okay. And I had that in my bank, and when I returned to RuneScape in 2018, I'm pretty sure I nuked it. I took one out of the game. Yeah, it trades for like 4 bill. Yeah.
Jesus. Yep. Okie dokie.
Because I thought it was a quest item, so I just went, "Oh, I don't need this," and I got rid of it.
That's tragic. I've still got the quest item version because it's in my clue scroll build, so I can just use it to quickly ping whenever you get the full Gower one.
I don't know. Also, I cannot lost item report that 3 years later, chat.
Yeah.
I also know that around 2000 and I think it would have been about 2004. I also know that I've triggered so many people. I know around 2004, I managed to get some of the Halloween masks, and I had a Santa hat, and I traded those for God knows something stupid back in the day. That if I just kept hold of them. Basically, I could have been absolutely like a super flex rich RuneScape player, and instead I'm like I have 20 mil in my bank because I bought Ascension crossbows. So
oh my God,
that's good life choices.
Grim off you as well, Jesus.
I just realised the time. Sorry, we've just been chatting with everyone and hanging out. I just realised, yeah.
Oh, it's alright. I'm going to be doing it at home anyway.
Yeah, yeah, true. Okay. Right. I think we should call it there. I'll leave you on that story. It's been lovely to hang out with you, chat. Sorry we haven't been able to do that last week with the art stuff. Hopefully we'll be able to bring that stream together sometime soon. We'll be back next week with some more streams. We have some cool stuff planned. I believe next Tuesday is a general Q&A we're looking to do. So we'll give you the opportunity to go ask us a bunch of questions. It's been a while since we've done one. We will do a Leeds Q&A again sometime soon. We're just letting the new EP settle in, build the vision for the future. We want to really introduce you, and kind of that feels like the right time to be talking about future stuff, which the Leeds usually do. But we'll do a general Q&A next week. And then we'll look at doing a fun stream on Wednesday, whether that's another JVM between Modspear and I, or if we do the bank kind of clear out stream, or we do something else. But I think it's about time we do another kind of hangout and just have more of these moments. So
if we do JVM, I promise I'll play less crap.
But thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We hope you had fun. Thanks for just chilling out with us. I hope you found some shards, like some people did in chat whilst you've been listening to us. Till then, I guess have a lovely week, and we'll see you next week. Take care.